alright. Here's a ceiling fan I've been needing to test for a little while now. This is a Hunter Excalibur or a Hunter Biarritz. This fan was sold under both names. We've gotten proof of that. So this one could be one or the other. So I'm just gonna call it both in this video. I do know they have a download version of Biarritz, but it's not like ornate-ish looking like this. It's just a low profile of. It just looks like the motor housing kind of gives it like a Reese's peanut butter cup look on the sides. That's really what the hugger version of it would look like. But yeah, I got this back in, I want to say 2017 or 2018. It's been a little while now, so I forget. But I think it was 2017. Cause yeah, no, it was 2017 because it was on like the springish time. And the only fans I got around springish time last year this year kind of, was the Delta 2, the black Delta 2, the brown Delta 1, and the small polished brass Newton Veranda Deluxe. I got this from Brian Lee, better known on YouTube as Some Fans. Not sure if you're still doing videos. I do have you on Facebook, but sorry it took so long to get this thing up for testing. I was just really trying to find a light kit I wanted to use for it, and I was going to put Schoolhouse on it, but the light kit I was going to use for it originally went to the Dominican Republic to be used on the Coastal Breeze that's down there. And this one I have it on it right here. The brass is a little bit darker, but in all honesty, it's really not that much of a difference. It's not too notable that it's not a complete match. But for testing purposes, it'll do what I need to do. And I'm using this globe on this fan. I figured it'll look really nice. And also, it kind of gives it, it has flowery designs on there. And I feel like these ones look, well, kind of like that, kind of mirrors what's up there. Flowery designed, and there's like trimmed off about like 2 lines above it. And kind of the same thing on the globe. So that's why I figured I'd put this one on it. And yeah. The fan is from the fourth quarter of 1987. On this side of the motor. I'm not sure if you're getting the best view of it, if it's dark or not, but it's right there. Did not come with the switch cap when I got it. Well, when he had it never had a switch cap. So I figured this gives me an excuse to show off the light. Both sides are walnut. That's for those who are curious. It's not oak and walnut. I know I have seen a version of this with the oak blades, but it could have just been swapped out Hunter blades. But yeah. Go ahead and test out the light. The little thing broke off it, so I'm just using it like this for now. Since I was testing it on the Dynasty Hugger. Since I had last tested it on that, it snapped on me. But it was on a very old chain. It was from the light kit that was originally on the KDK Royal Air. Then I put that on Passport 2, so that was one that's been used for quite a bit of years. So I'm not surprised it finally gave out on me. Yeah, just one light. To get off of testing on the lighting. It's decent. I mean, it's just a single light, so it's not going to be the brightest and such. But it does enough, depending on where you would need it, though. Yeah, let's go ahead and start off on the low speed. This chain on this fan is a little bit stiff. It's not to the point that I can't pull it, but I kind of had to give it a bit of a pull. It's not as like loose as the one on the light. So I might have to put some WD-40 in it. I mean, I also figured I'd put this, and there's another one I'm going to be testing afterwards for like the December holiday feeling and such. I feel like this kind of goes with like a Christmas look, Hanukkah look, or Kwanzaa. Basically, December holiday season look. If you have like a tree in the background, or the candle, and such, like this, the winter holiday season feeling. I can see like this fan installed in like a living room or a dining room and such, like a very old school looking one, like from the 80s or 70s. Obviously, in the 70s, I could see more like an original or something, but like late 80s and such, I can see something like this. I kind of wish I had like an actual Christmas type globe. That's because that's what I celebrate. It would be a nice thing to add on a fan that I'd have somewhere installed. A schoolhouse globe, but unfortunately, that's not the case no more since the passive tree's been removed. But I could also see this being installed in quite a few restaurants, like very classy restaurants. Aside from the ornate originals, from what I remember, this is the. I know the 1886 fan came out around the 80s. I think the same time as this, and then they had this as an ornate fan as well. But these weren't sold for that long. I think for like only the mid to late 80s, like towards the late 80s. I guess I'm not sure if they went into the very early 90s until like 92. I know it was like around 1992 that they started to really switch up the build on the fans. Like they started using smaller motors at around 92. This one has a little bit of a bigger motor in it. So I'm not sure the dimensions on the 80s spinner motor hunters and the 90s ones. But, well, I know 91 they still had the larger size spinner motor from the 80s. Or even before that, they even had the much beefier ones in like the earlier 80s and such. Like on the low profiles with the isolation ring. But yeah. I'm sure it's the light. I feel like this would look really nice in my mom's bedroom here, but I definitely would put a different light on it, since this would not be nearly enough for her room, since it's pretty big. When I was putting this thing together, it really does remind me of the coastal breeze in my grandparents' living room in the Dominican Republic. It's like 4-blade walnut fan with schoolhouse globe, and it's nearly the same finish too. Now this I think would look nice down there. However, I'd rather have a coastal breeze in their place instead of this, because I know these are more sought after since they're not as common to find and such. I don't really have any childhood attachments to this model because I never saw them as a kid. But I do feel like it's cool and it's something that you don't see every day. And the fact that they're not extremely common kind of made me interested in it. Plus, it gives me a little bit some more ornate models to play around with. I mean, have the Art Nouveau, or Nouveau, whatever you want to call it, and then move up to medium. Don't get the Victorian. I get the St. Clair, but I'm sending that out to Rayshawn. Just because that thing is not in the best shape, and I don't see myself fixing it. What else do I got? I mean, the Random Deluxe counts as an ornate fan in some ways, so that. I feel like that might be all of it. I am kind of like I can always get a Victorian at some point. I just need to actually get one, but they're not extremely hard to find. They're pretty common, so I just need to wait for the right moment to get one at a good price. It's hard to find a 3-speed one though, just because. Yeah. But there might be something down here that I'm trying to remember that I haven't seen the face of it in a while. That it's ornate, but I mean, actually, no. In the vineyard, I mean, that's not really ornate, but kind of it has characteristics of an ornate fan, where it's like fruits or like flowers mixed into the design. But that one's not really an ornate one. I think that actually could be it. Yeah, not too many ornate ones. But what I do like about this model, though, is it's not like a complete knockoff of something else, like the St. Clair, the Ancon versions and such. There's a lot of, the Coda Regencies, that's what I was trying to think of, have those too as well. But those are like basically direct knockoffs of the constant market Victorian. From what I know, this one, I feel like it kind of does, it is a knockoff of something, but trying to think if it's like the Cambridge, if it's trying to knock off. But I don't see the resemblance to this in the Cambridge. maybe the design, yes, but like the motor, like it's not an as obvious one compared to like the Coda Regencies or other ones I've seen, or like the Gulf Coast Renaissance. It's kind of like its own thing in a way, so that's something I like about this one. Well, it could be definitely better said with the what is it, the 1886. Like it's more of like a natural thing. It's like a replica of a model from way back when, so it's that. I'm pretty sure the Art Nouveau is actually a knockoff of something, but I just can't place well. Like first I thought it wasn't, but then I looked at the vents more closely. I'm like, I know I've seen the vents on another ornate fan before. I'm just not sure which one. I think it might be something Casablanca or another showroom type brand. It might be actually. I think it's the 19th century. That's what I'm thinking. That it replicates the motor somewhat. Not a complete knockoff, but like it borrows aspects from it. But at the same time, Hunter owned Casablanca by the time that fan came out, so I mean, it's not really that, I guess, copying it. So, yeah. Alright, now for high speed. It's also something I can see in like an older church or like various of these fans. It's like 4 on each side, and a church even down the center. It's like those 4, no, not the 4, the 8 brown neutral Bernie Deluxes at a church I used to go to a lot as a kid. Fans are still there to this day, and I'd love to get them, but I also don't know what I'd do with 8 of them. Plus, I wouldn't want to get rid of them just because their childhood, but... Well, unless I knew they went to good homes and such, that's a different story. The ring fans, I couldn't save the 8 36-inch ring fans. Those are a different story because they're small and they would be a lot easier to store away since they're such small fans. And when it comes to small fans, I can definitely take quite a bit of those. I mean, I can have a multiple install in a room with them, so there's that. From testing, I mean, I was just testing not too long ago the Art Nouveau and another one that's going to be going up public later on. So for this being my first official 80s Hunter fan testing down here, I mean, I've tested the Summer Breeze, but that's a 48H one, so it's not really a fair test because that one obviously went a little bit faster, so it felt like it was pushing off more air. It definitely does seem to push off a little bit more air than the 90s Hunter, but it's not like a huge difference. But I am feeling a little bit more of a breeze from this than the other Hunter fans I've tested from the 90s. But at the same time, I haven't tested too many of them down here yet. So that is, it's not really the fairest comparison, but just standing beneath it, I do feel a little bit more of a breeze underneath it. At the same time, the Hunter in the 90s, there was basically almost no 4-bladed ones except for the original, the Enlido profiles, so, and the Coastal Breezes, but Coastal Breeze isn't the same as this, so. Plus, the one I'm testing, this one's actually being tested with the down one, whereas the one I was testing before it, that's going up later on, is flush mounted, so it's not really a fair test. But I do feel like a stronger breeze from it just directly underneath it in general. And I've tested so many Hunter fans, I kind of get an accurate idea of how much certain ones move. Straight off and spin down in reverse. But yeah, this fan's been down here for basically since I got it. With the blades assembled. I'm surprised the blades didn't get extremely beat up because they've just been sitting in the corner for a while. It had a lot of dust on them, so I had to clean it, dust them off quite a bit. But that was another reason why I think I maybe test this one next, because it's one I've been meaning to test. And the blades are still already assembled and such. So I figured I might as well just go with this one. I've been trying to, it's not going to be the exact same like pattern, but what I've been trying to do is take a video of or test a fan that I haven't gone around to testing it that's I've had for quite a bit, like this one for example, or the Palisades that I tested a little while back for an example, or some other ones that are coming up that I plan to test, like the Grayton, the Brentwood, or like just some fans that I haven't tested that I've been meaning to do for a long time now, and then but also mix in testing videos of some of the more recent ones. I know there's some of them that people want to see like right away, like the Hermosa. I know is one people would definitely like to see. I haven't reviewed too many of the new ones that I got, but like the Mini Note 2, the earlier version I got of it, that has this horseshoe bracket. So I know that's one people are definitely going to want to see. But also, I'm also trying to like test some fans that I've already tested in the past, for like just doing remake videos of those, since I know a lot of people have been wanting to see remakes of quite a bit of my fans for quite some time now. So I'm kind of like trying to do a little bit of each, but at a slow pace, so that way I can at least succeed in doing all three of those. So I'm not like just focusing only on the new stuff I just got recently, and then like forgetting to test any of the other stuff I have, like the ones that need remakes of ones I've gotten a while ago but never tested. So it's just a way that I can succeed in doing each of those three tasks of like testing a fan of that's within those three categories. But also this review depends what I have closest by and which one I think I can find all the parts for the quickest and such. So yeah. That, and also if it's one I've been really just wanting to test in general, like this one I've been wanting to test for quite a bit. Actually, even like last year I wanted to test it, but didn't have to like it for it, so that's what held it off. But then I found other stuff that I was more interested in testing first, and then this one came along. So this one that I'd love to test that still needs some work. The Jericho 2, I think that would be a really nice one to test on here, especially for the iMovie edition. The White Venus, I definitely need to get around to testing that. That's been put off for a while. The Fasco Charleston, the New Tone Veranda Deluxes, both of them. Not the Palisades, on the Lanai one I still need to test. The Universal Spinner fan I got. Quite a bit of them I need to test down here still. The original, whenever I can get around to that. Some of the industrials I got. It's quite a bit of them that need to be tested in general. So also the what else? The Westminster I got from Cole a while back. The Swimline and the Swimline 2 still need to be tested. Yeah, there's a lot of them that still need to be tested. Along with a lot of the newer fans I still have yet to reveal to you guys that I've gone over the past several years. Basically, what the method is, like whatever one I can see myself doing videos of the quickest and taking me down to put up another one is what I've been trying to do. So if it's like halfway assembled already, I just put up that one, test it, take it down, put up another one. But that is considering that I do 6 videos of them. So 3 videos, depending if they have different combinations I want to show it in. Like the different blade finishes and such, and if I want to show it with and if I like it. Yeah. Oh, another one. Yeah, the premium I still need to test down here. The baseball fan is one I really need to test. I just need to get the parts missing to complete it again. The 90s Littleton is one. The what else? Yeah, there's just a lot of them that I still need to test. and ones that nobody have reviewed to on YouTube yet and such. It's my way of keeping you guys excited and not knowing what's going to come next. So otherwise, it wouldn't be as exciting when I actually post the videos of them. So it's my way of keeping everybody in suspense. Which is why some guys might be noticing on the Facebook groups that I'm not really posting as often what I'm testing in a basement, unless I already am doing a video of it and making it public right away. So that way, it's not gonna be like people spoiling the surprise for the viewers on YouTube. Because I know there's some of them that would have no issue spoiling the surprises and such. But that way, it makes it less fun for the viewers. If you don't use Facebook and such. Alright, and that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.